Mumford. Wobbly bounce, favoured Mumford. Treloar, early touch for the first of about 30 he'll get today. Swan, one of their leaders today, has to stand up. Young team for Collingwood, although it must be said GWS is still younger, holding the ball.
Gee.
Well, Shane Mumford has had a very impressive season when he's been playing. He casts a big shadow on this match. If he's in the best three, then the Giants can win. He needs to be a stellar performer, though.
Plowman. Heads wide. Bug's going to fly. Side bottom, huge fist, but he meant to crush it towards the boundary and almost missed it completely. Smith, Shield, found some space where there was none. Got it on the boot. And it's across the face.
Oh, a couple of handy little handballs there to set up Dylan Shield. It was an unfortunate miss by them. They're going to be buoyed with the confidence they built from last year. They get themselves off to a good start. They're going to be hard to stop.
And last week as well, and Dylan Chew, he's had a good year. He's averaging 23 disposals. Real hard nut now, and just got the body to be able to go with the big midfielders in the competition.
Heath Shaw being tagged by Scott McCaffrey, which is an interesting one. They don't want their old teammate to get too many touches.
Side bottom. Well, Brent McCaffrey playing forward at the moment as well, as you mentioned, Jared. He has been a forward early on in his career. Sinclair takes off. Open paddock ahead. He goes long. He missed for Solo completely, and Bunteen takes an easy mark. Took about 12 of those last week. He's been solid.
Fasolo has played a lot of games down back. I wasn't surprised to see him in the forward line, though. They need to reconstruct that forward half. Finished there last week, and it's a good option.
This is Stewart in the 36, the man Collingwood didn't want. His dad played 115 games for the Magpies. They could have got him under the father-son rule.
Good call by the umpire. He had control of that before he was knocked out, and he's a significant senior player in this group, and one they'll be expecting to produce when it counts, and that's today.
So Goldsack pumps it wide. White went up, and he's got Witts in the forward 50 with him as well. He kicked 4 goals in the VFL last week, Jesse White, and they came from 3 goals down at three-quarter time against the Cats last week. Collingwood's VFL team to get up, and Jesse White was the reason they did get the 4 points in that contest. So he's been rewarded. Back into the lineup. Grundy.
Plenty of players around the agate at this stage, Roo.
I think that'll be like that most of the days. We had said earlier, a bit of rain, a bit slippery. Might be a few blokes going to ground, so it could be a bit of an ugly one. But I find that strange. McCaffrey on Heath Shaw. It's an interesting move when Treloar's been so dominant for GWS in the midfield this year.
Kelly got the kick away. Little fumble from Frost. Both Frosts out there today. Jack and his younger brother Sam playing for GWS. Collingwood's free. And it's going to go to the older of the Frosts.
You've got to be aware that the umpires are now red hot. You cannot fall on their back. Good umpiring, and I think it should have happened a number of months ago.
Mum and Dad David and Wendy Frost up here to see the boys go head-to-head for the first time in their AFL careers, and it's a big night coming up for Sam. They've got a multiple 21st happening tonight here in Sydney for, I think, 7 players who've turned 21 this year.
I think there's
I heard it was up to 10.
Yeah,
It's going to be a big night.
I heard 18, in fact, but anyway, it's going to be a big night.
Nick Shaw's put his hand up to play at the candles if they win.
Absolutely. He might blow up if he blows them out. Pendlebury, little handball up.
They're looking pretty confident around the stoppages at the moment, the Orange people.
Armstrong, good attack, coming off 8 quarters of football last weekend. Should be fit. Puts his hands in there. Started as the sub last week, but came on 5 minutes into the game after being a late call-up. Touch play on, scramble. Again, plenty of players around the ball. Blair breaks his way clear. Pokes it to Witts. And
well done.
Good use of the body by Frost. It's Sam Frost.
Well, it's a couple of times now he's been involved in an interception, and they've gone straight down the highway.
Kennedy.
Keep going, son.
On the slippery turf.
It's moving a lot better than Parramatta Road, I can tell you.
Mumford, not the movement man that he wanted to quite give it to. Bouncing ball. Boyd did okay initially. Palmer. Wiley went to ground. Didn't necessarily need to, but it is slippery. And he got one for 2 high, Wiley.
Self-induced high contact. Take it if you can get it.
Just his second game of the year, Mark Wiley, 12th overall.
Well, they've started with a little bit of energy that I don't think Collingwood were expecting here, Root.
Well, they're up and about. They were good last week. They can smell an opportunity. They don't get to win too many on their home deck, and Leon Cameron would have reminded them that in your footy life, you've got to make the most of your opportunities. There's a little bit in that, but he was on the ground. But as you said, they've been paying them a lot lately.
One of their New South Wales zone selections, so a local boy getting a chance again, and he spears it through the middle.
Just the start that the local team needed, and good to see the young bloke who was a zone selection, as Dwayne has just told us, getting on the board early. There it was. He slipped. In fact, he actually created that one himself. But you take the good with the bad. That one was a good, and it was a darn good finish.
Good for GWS, and Reece Palmer up there. Gee, he's been dangerous forward, going forward and kicking. I think he's kicked about 20 goals this year as well.
Had a good year.
Yeah, you're spot on, Ruth. 20 goals, 11. Reece Palmer this year. 4 goals last week against Melbourne in that win.
You just knew that he was due for a bit of luck. He was, what was he, a rising star years ago now,
Yeah.
but he's a good player.
Oh, that ball didn't bounce.
That was a dud bounce.
That was knee high to Mumford. Pendlebury picks it up. Breaks clear. Pokes it to Fasolo. Little nudge by Bunteen. Umpire let it roll. Bunteen, hands free. Couldn't quite get it up to O'Rourke, who was trying to get it to.
Let's have a look at this bounce here, Jared.
Well, it has been raining for a couple of days in Sydney. It was a flat bounce and well read by Shane Mumford.
I don't want to dob him in, Dwayne, but that was umpire Lee Fisher.
Okay.
AFL player.
Ex-AFL player. You've obviously got history, you and him, Kingy, for you to dob him in like that. Good tackle late on Blair. Still about 20 players around this ball. Umpires today for the record, and they're umpiring for finals at the moment too. Chris Don and Lee Fisher, Brendan Hosking all want to be part of September, as Collingwood might be if they get up today. They'll be in the 8 tonight if they win this. Off the side of the boot by the first game of Jack Ramsey, so he could have had a chance to kick his first. He's wearing Chris Dawes' old 31 for the first time. That's been out on a park since Chris Dawes departed.
Joins a famous club of blokes who kick out in the full with the first kick.
Going back to Reece Palmer, he's been a phenomenal success this year. Such a success that he started off as a negative half forward, locking down on sneaky, creative half backs. Right now, he's a half forward that kicks goals, and he's being locked down on doer halfbacks. So his whole year has seen a role reversal.
Well, they got their 2 highest goal kickers out of the side today in Patton and Cameron. So Hoskin, Elliott, Smith and Palmer, they're going to have to do their fair share.
Tomlinson backtracks.
One of their great goal kickers is Devon Smith. You just saw him kicking the ball. He goes deep in search, but he does his best work inside forward 50.
Hunt attacked it hard.
Interesting role for Hunt as well, playing at the other end of the ground.
Yeah, back into the lineup this week. He's been in and out, up and down season. Was dropped a few weeks ago.
He's not getting any smaller, is he?
No. I suppose he does enjoy the gym. Back into play. Grundy. Flick back was okay. Young nearly stole it. Dwyer, Grundy. Fast hands. And again, a big pack around it. High contact. GWS free. Had some luck early. But Green gives it off. Smith, Jared was talking about, likes to be a little closer to goal, to Wilson. Also back in this week.
We have just seen a scrappy piece of play and then a breakout by GWS, and this is going to be the difference. Whichever side can break away and maintain the ball going inside forward 50 and set up genuine scoring opportunities will win this game. Now, that was a poor kick from the GWS. They've had the advantage and given it straight back, and we'll start again here, Root, potentially, if the umpire uses that P in the whistle. No, he's not going to, but here we go. We've got a clearance.
So Plowman squeezes it inside 50. Stewart almost took the grab.
Jeez, he was given a fair nudge from behind as well.
Might still get it, Stewart. In fact, he left it for Kelly in the end. And back again, the old 1-2. And Kelly sprays it.
Missed opportunities. They got it wide. They set it up nicely. And it was a goal that went begging.
I'll tell you what I think it'll win the game today, Jared, is the side he uses the ball the best in the conditions. Now, we had a lot of rain earlier on. Still slippery out there. If you try and play dry weather footy in these conditions, I don't think you can win the game.
White slipped through his hands. Sidestep was okay by Jono O'Rourke. Handball green. And now Treloar, a little nudge in the back. Shield got it out, hoping for Wiley. Good spin out of trouble by Blair.
Not a great kick.
And getting back
Good
Bunteen. Wilson. He launches it.
Good kick.
Boyd's down there, won't get a run at it. Knocked down to Sinclair, can take off.
He's been dangerous a couple of times now off half-back.
Josh Thomas, nice one-handed grab. Here's McCaffer playing forward and maybe in an attacking role to Williams. He's got White running for him. White's in a 1-on-2. He's up. Good spoil. Hits the deck. Plowman wrapped up by Swan. Did he have Pryor? Shaw breaks away with it.
Now, how did the ball go
He stole it.
from Plowman to Shaw?
He pickpocketed it.
It must be a throw.
Bug heads wide. O'Rourke.
Get under that.
Fasolo's going to have to go. They all go. Boyd knocked it down. Side bottom, let it go. Palmer, slick hands. Bug dragged down. Going in hard at the moment. Armstrong, Sinclair, Josh Thomas, Pendlebury, Williams on the outside. Could go for home if he wants to. He does from outside 50, and he sprays it.
What is that rule, Jared? I would think if you steal it out of someone's hand, does it play on?
You're allowed to steal it, but he's not allowed to give it to you.
Yeah. So he stole it out of his teammate's hand.
Shaw to kick in against his old team. Oh, that wasn't good. Might still work. O'Rourke put it to grass, though. It is slippery.
Yeah, but no excuse for dropping that. I mean, these are gifted young men. Those balls need to be controlled.
Swan, slick. Thomas for Solo. Outside of the boot. Misses.
So they're going man on man here, Collingwood. So GWS trying to bring them all into the middle and then get the bolt out. Bit of old-fashioned
huddle.
kick in.
First seen by Robert Walls in, I reckon, 1982.
Did that for a while, then they brought out the Outriders to try and stop it, and then...
So Hoskin Elliott to Wilson to Smith. Into trouble, out of trouble. Kennedy got it from Wilson. Just over the head of Kelly. Hunt attacks it nicely. Still a chance. Kelly had a sider.
Good kick.
Opens it up. Splendid.
He was under the pump. You could see players going to ground. Just wonder whether or not it's all soft shoe shuffle at the moment. You wouldn't expect any long stops out there, which is an issue for mine, but they're going to deal with it. But Kelly under pressure, unbalanced, but still had the wherewithal to hit a target. That's why he was taken so high in the draft. He's an elite decision maker with elite skills.
Been in good form, Thomas Bug. 33 possessions against Melbourne last week. And they are in good form right now, GWS. Coming off a win, and that was never in doubt. They've got the first two.
Well, they've looked up and about since the first bounce, haven't they, Dwayno? They certainly, here they go. Let's have a look at the replay. Hunt up forward today, just doing what he needed to do, and that was keep the ball in front of him, and a left foot talk. Pass to Bug is a good bit of play, and Bug out in front kicked it a nice goal. So looked pretty sharp here early, GWS, and Collingwood wouldn't want them to get their confidence up too much on their home deck.
There's Collingwood's form. They've lost their last two. Depends on how far you want to go back. With Collingwood, they've lost 7 of their past 9. And that was after they were a top 4 chance. They were 8 wins. Well, they were in the top 4 after round 12, in essence.
And right now they can't win a clearance, and they're getting it in. Young blokes trying to make a name for themselves, including half a dozen kids here that know that they put their best foot forward now and over the next 6 months in pre-season. they can really assert themselves in this
A
competition.
couple of key stats early on. Handball receives 25-11 in favour of GWS, and uncontested possessions 41-13 in favour of GWS. Now, Collingwood have been very flat for a while, but that's just indicating again that there's not much run in the legs.
We'll go back to the opening few minutes. Nathan Buckley spoke to David King. It was simple. He said, "What's it all about?" And it's all about contested possessions. Well, right now he's being let down.
Pendlebury captaining the side. Try and get them back on the map. Shield sidestep was good. Didn't strike it all that well. Standing under it, and Dwight drops the mark. Gold sack, and the first gamer, they just gave it to him and made it his problem. Jack Ramsey did okay taking it out.
The biggest problem they've got at the moment, Collingwood, is they've allowed 2 coast-to-coast goals. Their pressure is nowhere near the level that it was in the first 6 to 8 weeks of this season.
No, they don't look hungry at the moment, Kingy. They've had just 37 possessions. There's no tenacity. There's none of that. Look at that. Josh Hunt going straight through like it's like there's no tomorrow.
Well, the question that I'd put out there, if they've dropped off in all the areas that they have dropped off, Kingy, and there's a huge amount of them, have they trained a bit too hard? They've got a lot of injuries as well. You've seen a number of sides this year. Port Adelaide have been a very obvious one. They were 10-1. They've had a big drop-off. Now they're starting to come back up. Are Collingwood in a similar position?
Oh, brilliant tackle on Young. Sorry, Roo.
That's all right.
So Toby Green, who wrapped him up.
There was good pressure on Treloar. Treloar was on Pendlebury. Pendlebury ended up having to force his disposal and then an inspired chase down.
Hunt nearly had that.
Should have
chest
had
mark. Hoskin Elliott just put it to grass. Langdon hacks it clear. Playing in front, did well Blair. And he flicks it up to Swan.
Missed opportunity here by GWS. They had that. That needed to be a goal, and away go the Pies, but they cannot connect their defence with their forward half at the moment.
Green back to Wilson. And he finds some space. Spears that to Hoskin Elliott, and he's up and got it. He is
What a grab.
one of the jumping jacks of the competition.
Well, that was an A-grade kick, if you've ever seen an A-grade kick, but it was an A+ for the mark.
I'll tell you what, he nearly got his head ripped off as well, so good effort. But you said about Collingwood not being able to go from one end to the other. They're only kicking at 40%, so pretty hard when you don't hit the mark. Less than 1 in 2 kicks.
Kicked 3 goals in the win last week against Melbourne. He's another that 21 years of age this year. He'll be partying tonight. Strikes it okay. No, just to the near side.
Well, they're going to rue this potentially because there's some missed opportunities. They have totally dominated this quarter, and yet they're only 13 points up. They could well have another couple of goals on the board.
Straight down the middle. And he'll direct it again. It was meant for Pendlebury, and Wilson got in the way.
16 marks to 4.
Well,
GWS.
Wilson was the boy that kicked the last one to Hoskin Elliott, so we know he can spear a kick in.
There it is again.
Another.
Looked like a drop kick. That's how low it kept.
The old daisy cutter.
So Palmer will line up. For those people with us watching around the country, we'll try and get a chance to explain the drop kick to you at some stage. There'll be some older people that still remember it, Jared, wouldn't there?
Particularly in this town, Dwayne. They do it all the time.
And the long bomb is there.
Wow.
They are outstanding at the moment. Devon Smith celebrates. David King downstairs.
Well, this young team, Dwayne, have really accepted what AFL football is all about. And it's what you like without the ball that really counts. Their best wins this year, or their best games for pressure this year, have brought all 4 wins, as you can see there. 4 wins and 2 losses when they've had 73 tackles or more, and it's trending that way as we speak. They're the #1 team in tackle difference in the competition, which includes all comers, Jared. This is an amazing stat. They're on the rise.
Pretty impressive stuff, Kingy, and we're seeing the result of it. They're also winning the tackles right now by a fair margin. And this is a Collingwood that doesn't appear to have changed anything from their last 3 quarters against the Brisbane Lions at the G.
Tackle late on Boyd. He's into the ruck now for the Giants. Good attack from all players there. Hits the deck. Blair.
Need a response right here and right now, Root.
Yep. A little push in the back. He didn't get it, so he dances his way clear. Stripped of it. back in. Caught again by Wilson.
Too high.
And it'll come back, though.
Yeah, it was unnecessary by Wilson. He did the good work there in chasing him down, but well, at least they're aggressive and they're up and down, but it was just a bit too much.
We like Nathan Wilson. He's had a very impressive quarter. A little bit sloppy with the tackle, but he can kick the ball.
Yeah, just slipped up over the shoulder.
Blair sits it up in hope. White crashes the pack. Wits to Treloar, though, with his hand. Green. What was that towards the boundary? It'll be coming back. Sinclair. Well, it bounced unkindly. Frost was shepherding. He gets it eventually, Sinclair. Just pops it back to attacking 50.
And good pressure from him. Good pressure. He was 1 against 2, and he created the turnover. Ugly kick.
Side bottom. Oh, put it down. Bug hackles him. Sinclair. Langdon. Good pressure. Bouncing ball, though, well read by Fasolo to Pendlebury to set it up. Lead comes. Witts puts it down. Still a chance. Broomhead. Tim Broomhead provides.
A little bit of polish coming to the fore there for the Pies. The skipper got on board, won a ball and speared it to Broomhead, and this was a really good finish from him. There's Fasolo getting involved, gets it to the skipper, hits a target, goes to ground though, but that's where you want this young kid. He's been very impressive at the fall of the ball so far this season, Broomhead, since his inclusion. Got a big future.
Look at the time in possession there, 56%, GWS 28 to Collingwood.
Umpire wasn't happy with the bounce, even though it didn't travel out of the circle when Mumford tapped it. So, in theory, normally let those go. Tosses it in the air. And Grundy wins it. Shield. Swan. White leads in the race for a bump at the last second. Crowd thought he deserved a free. Tomlinson was right with him, used his body, and Armstrong takes it to the line. Oh, there's hamstring popped.
Yeah, he's done a hamstring, no doubt about that, Dwayne. He's just walked straight to the bench. That will be day over. He's sitting straight down. I'm not even sure he come through the gates.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got... So, Jono O'Rourke, he's done for the day by the looks of that. Keep an eye on that. Their sub. Here's Golds.
Not good when the young fellas are pinging hammies.
Boyd attacks it, left it behind. Grundy. Williams. Smother from Hunt.
They are playing with no emotion at the moment, the Pies. There's no real intensity about their play.
And there should be, because they've got a position in the 8, and you never know what happens with Hawthorn next week. So,
well, they would have found out
flat, aren't they?
5 minutes before this game started, they would have found out that Adelaide had lost to North Melbourne, which means they win this game. They're in the 8 tonight. Don't have to worry about Richmond tomorrow or what might happen. They're in the 8 tonight if they win.
I don't think finding out 5 minutes before, though, Dwayne, gives them the chance to...
Well, they should be pumped anyway. Let's be honest. Come on. Surely.
But knowing you're playing for finals as opposed to if Adelaide win, their season's over. It's cooked, finished. Might as well go home. But they are alive in this season. Blair.
You just feel like they need one of their stars to get inside the forward 50, whether that be Swan or Pendlebury, and impact the scoreboard. Take a mark, win a crumb, kick a goal. They need some excitement here.
It's the deck again. Broomhead gave it up. Dwyer.
Should have tackled there.
Went the hip and shoulder. White tries to push off and then just dropped it. Umpire let it go. Still a chance here for Collingwood. Broomhead again off the deck. And Hoskin Elliott, little fumble. He got it there.
Yeah, sometimes the hip and shoulder is fantastic, but 90% of the time the tackle is 100% more effective.
Certainly when they got the ball, you should always tackle. So you just get the feeling Broomhead could play a role today, couldn't he? With no Elliott down there, they're going to need some small fellas to kick some goals. And in these conditions, if you can get front and square to Jesse White, or Witts, he could have a good day.
Williams off the side of the boot a little, and Plowman thumps it away.
I'm a bit with Kingy, though. I think they need to play one of their absolute superstars out of the goal square. There's O'Rourke. His day is done. But if you're going to rest Pendlebury in the forward line, I'd have him right in the goal square. The same with Swan. Play a little bit different. Right now, Jesse White is being outpointed by his man. It's OK. Have him running up the ground and presenting to be the connection player. But one-on-one in the goal square or in the forward 50, those two stars might just kick three or four between them.
Marley Williams couldn't find his boot. Mumford, Treloar, touch. Hoskin Elliott playing in front.
Sharper at the moment with
Smith,
the footy.
Stewart. And their confidence is growing by the second here. Kennedy takes off. Brilliant. Straight down the middle they travel. Palmer, Kennedy, now he goes wide. Little 1-2 was on offer. Still alive, back to Smith. Armstrong, so the turnover. Now Collingwood a chance. Broomhead right up against the line.
It's just a bit of overuse of the footy. We spoke about wet weather footy a little while ago, and that was just overcooking it a bit.
Blair, touch play on, tackled, dropped it.
They're overusing it. 45 kicks, 54 handballs. Now, do that in dry weather if you like, but in wet weather or slippery conditions, you no hope.
Is that holding the ball? It was touch play on. He heard the call. He grabbed it. He was tackled, and he just dropped it. Broomhead.
Having an impact.
Top of the square. Shaw got there first. Slaps it away from McCaffrey. Dwyer. Tomlinson. Green.
Now, Green's had 13 disposals. We've had Devon Smith with 9. Not sure how much run Heath Shaw can give GWS on a wet, sort of slippery day.
22-9. GWS coming off a win. Collingwood off a couple of losses. And the confidence levels are complete contrast right now. Grundy.
Well, sloppy stuff there from Shane Mumford. That was a ball that GWS are going to win anyway.
So it's against White.
He's had a good quarter, Tomlinson.
Haven't played him too much at centre-half back this year, have they, boys? He's generally half forward or even on the wing sometimes, the big fella.
James Stewart. And turnover, side bottom. Good last chance here for the quarter to score for Collingwood. Witts. No one's in the square. He launches it. Jesse White should get there. Got it this time.
Well, turnovers kill you every time, and James Stewart will know that. Not necessarily have to be told because he will know it himself, but that was a killer blow. There's a goal at the other end potentially, and it's turned around for a nice easy one to give the Pies some self-belief going in at quarter time.
Should nail it from 20 metres directly out. Give Collingwood their second. Settle some nerves and lay a foundation perhaps for the second quarter.
Well, we talk about turnovers, and this is the classic. Young James Stewart hasn't played too many games. He's been quite impressive so far today. But that kick was not his finest. And it allowed this turnover goal for Jesse White to actually just neutralise the effect of Tomlinson early in the piece. Kicked it to the hot spot. He read it the best. And then he delivered.
His first touch for the quarter, big Jesse White. One touch, one goal.
Main man, no Travis Cloak again. For those people unaware, this afternoon, Collingwood fans would know they've got a large slice of their best 22 out. Play on.
Harsh call from the umpire because he couldn't see.
40 seconds left. Armstrong did well. Williams. Armstrong. Keefe. 25 seconds left. Dwyer, nice pick on the run to Swan. Now, can he launch it forward in time? Hands it off to Armstrong, the 1-2. Still a chance for a mark inside 50. Blair. Thump to ground, still got it. 8 seconds. Still a chance for a mark inside 50. And they don't get it. Broomhead, big piece of it. Let off for GWS there. Advantage paid, but it won't be enough time for the Giants to go forward. Strange but very interesting opening term. Collingwood with a spot in the 8, up for grabs if they can win this. 2014 season well and truly alive, and yet GWS have started the better of the two. 3-4-22 to 2-3-15.
Right throughout the afternoon, he's done a good job, Bug, so far. And at the moment, I think that they've had control, GWS, because Collingwood's intensity around the ball and their pressure has been substandard for a side wanting to play finals footy.
Should lift this quarter. You reckon Bucks would have been very direct at quarter time?
So they've already jumped with their sub as well.
Good hands.
GWS, so their sub is now on, and that is him there getting the clearance. Golds from the wing in the 15. And O'Rourke is done for the day. He went with us in the opening term.
Having an impact is Big Mummy.
And he goes short to Palmer.
Got the first clearance and then picked that one up. And he's charging forward, Dwayne. He is inspired at the moment.
Long kick. Boyd's down there. Or through hands. Hunt, can he pounce? Couldn't turn.
Now, Boyd's only a youngster. He's only a baby in reality.
Yep.
But he's got to somehow bring that ball to ground, and he can't be babied out of it, or Boyd out of it, bustled out of it, because Frost is only a youngster as well.
Just hold your ground and bring it to the front. That's all the small forwards want.
Palmer got it on the boot.
Oh, just fumble there.
Oh,
for
Hoskinelli jumped on as well. Lucky there, Collingwood. Another shrug that looked a little high. Pendlebury now is in trouble for ball. Dead.
Well, I think he was a bit stiff there. I think it was Hoskinelli, but he looked as if he was pile driven.
Well, Collingwood had a few go against them in the opening term, so maybe it's going to start to even up here. Short pass to Josh Thomas. Down the middle, Swan. McCaffer's long. Shaw. McCaffer. Good fist short.
Well done.
Bug dropped. White flicks it up for Solo. Sidestep was good. Swan. McCaffer didn't have it. White. Turnover. Frost.
Well
arms
played.
clear. Here's Golds again. Sub goes back. Plowman. Frost.
Just not hitting some targets there. Let's have a look at Hoskinelli at the other end of the ground. Was this a free kick? There he does. Fumbles it. And no, good call from the umpire.
Yep,
Great
well
call.
Really well done.
Swanee's get a heap of the ball, boys. 2 already in this quarter for a dozen.
Oh, Swanee went off the deck there. You can't count that one. Trickled about a metre. And so GWS are chopping at the knees for against
contact.
Yep. Plowman.
Push out behind.
Down the middle to Mumford. Will it get to him? Skidding ball. Keefe, good pick.
Trying to be too cute, GWS. It's not the day for it.
McCaffer now with a couple to beat.
Well
Shaw
done.
gets back.
Read it well. Got to hit targets.
Young thumps it away.
Leon Cameron has to get the message out there just to play a bit simple, old-fashioned wet weather footy.
Like the way the Collingwood are playing it. I think they have picked up on it. They've gone direct down the middle.
Well, you can't mark it in your hands today. It's not that sort of day. You just got to play the percentages.
Golds. White.
Wally doing a pretty good job on Scott Pendlebury at the present time. He's harassing him, making it difficult.
Good contest. Smith, little flick on. Devon Smith wants to get and go. Flick handball works okay. Treloar shrugs that tackle. They work it to half forward. Gold sack. That'll do.
Did well, Goldsack there. Just read the play a little bit better than Hoskin Elliott.
Just wondering if you're seeing Mumford charging forward here. He's challenging these young ruckmen in Witts and Grundy. I don't think he's too far from hitting the scoreboard here, the big fella.
Yep. Just wanting to find out what they've got in the tank as well.
He'll hit them or one of the Collingwood players, won't he?
Grundy's had a reasonable season for a second-year big man, and unfortunately his standards last year were so high we expected him to come in and be dominant this year. Green.
I think most people would have thought he would have done a bit more there, Dwayne.
Yeah, Green long. Hunt, pocket. Good spoil by Ramsey.
Wasn't a great kick going in by Green. Boyd's pretty frustrated. It's not a great strength of Hunt's, and that should have gone to the top of the square, not too deep in the back pocket, forward pocket.
Grundy front spot on Mumford this time. Both got a piece of it. Hunt, arms free,
Good
flicks it
hands.
out. Golds across the face. Broomhead waits.
A kick across the body from there.
Pretty
A
tough.
study
to
of
score.
physics would tell you it's impossible to kick a goal like that from that angle.
He might not have done physics at school, though.
Well, either did I, but it just makes sense.
Mumford front spot again. Kelly bounces it. Brilliant. Just touched through. He's got the goods.
Sure has.
Pretty certain decision, decisive from the umpire, the goal umpire,
Yeah.
which is good.
Keith wasn't all that sure about his first option, and I'm not sure about his second one. Mumford.
Well, he's got sticky fingers at the moment, the big fellow. He is up and about.
Sits it up.
Oh, look
Boyd!
There's the footy you're talking about, Roo. Straight down the middle, get it to a one-on-one. Hopefully they can grab it in the hands. It looks like it might be drying out a little bit. Now we'll find out whether he can convert.
Good opportunity for him today. Not perfect conditions for him, but should be a reasonable amount of space up forward for him today, and no other big fellas to get in his way. So, like to see him kick a few.
Yeah, no Cameron, no Patton. Boyd gets his chance, and he takes it.
One back for the orange people, and plenty of orange in the crowd right now. Roo, good to see those flags waving. The black and white are well represented here today. They'll get their opportunity, but he's such an exciting prospect for the future. This is good play from the Giants. Mumford has been a star recruit. As much as Buddy's been the big name recruit, this bloke has been invaluable.
Well, they just need senior players out there to show the way, don't they? And good recruiting over the off-season. You wonder whether they'll do it again. It's going to be important for them to have another good off-season to get some senior players, because they need to start winning games to keep the interest here, to bring the spectators to the footy, and Mumford and Shaw have done exactly that over the summer and throughout the winter.
Oh, that's just dropping the ball, umpire.
Umpire must have deemed he got a little flick handball away. Young. Sinclair bounces. Big Mummy chases. Hunted him down. Young. This is his forte. 50 out. Long bomb misses.
Well, they got away with
Doesn't
one for
score.
mine, but it was good rebound. Would have been a nice one for Young to finish off.
Gee, Golds has got a panic. Palmer.
Boundary will do the Giants. And that's good rebound out of defensive 50.
Nathan Buckley has had a tough season. Nathan Buckley and Eddie Maguire locked in for the next 2 seasons at least, but they want to reverse the trend. Collingwood second in Mick Malthouse's last year, 4th. Buckley's first year, 8th, and right now they're 10th.
So side bottom right now is trying to go to Dylan Shield. Bug is going to side bottom. So the extra Collingwood player has to do the damage, and it looks like that could be Blair. No, it's not Blair at the moment.
Collingwood could still finish as high as 8th or as low as 12th. This is a big match for them. I've mentioned a few times, but if you have joined us for the first time, they're in the 8 tonight if they win. Palmer, scrambly kick. Armstrong gets it. Sinclair, it's a slippery pick at the moment. Hoskin Elliott can't do something with it. Off the deck, Swan. Looked like a good option, but couldn't get it away. Hoskin Elliott slips away. No one can grab it. Big head clash, face to face. Swan caught. Wiley wrapped him up, jumped on him, rode him, took him to ground. Green pops it inside 50. Armstrong, good fist. Took a little bit of arm, mainly Sharon, and is that on the full? Unlucky.
A number of these players need to work just to knock on.
Green hits
That's
the
a better
square. And almost a Hunt off hands. Keefe was about to take it, and a Hunt stole it.
And that is why it was a good kick. You don't have to kick as far as you can. You have to put it to the right spot. But Reece Palmer, let's have a look at that. Now, that is bad technique by Reece Palmer, but he's a tough nut and he got away with it on that occasion, but you need to change your technique. Good inside here. Toby Green pulls back, goes to the top of the square, and this is what happens. Pressure goes on the defenders. They cough it up, and the small fellas get the ball, and Hunt on his left foot gets the goal.
They are still, with more games experienced, Collingwood than GWS.
Doesn't matter how many games experienced, Wayne. If you haven't brought the intensity, you're going to get your pants pulled down.
Well,
and right now, the Orange people are on fire, and they need to respond here to Black and White Army.
It's hard to believe right now. Blair goes wide, lead on. Shaw plays in front, White. The flick back was clever. Dwyer spun into the tackle instead of out of it. Still a chance though. Flicked up, McCaffrey couldn't do something with it. Wiley
Good
wrapped
tackle.
up, dragged down and brought to ground. Williams had him. And 20 players around this ball. Umpire's going to have to ball it up, surely.
Oh, no.
He plays ball.
I think as the week's gone on, I think more people thought that GWS were a chance today, especially after the selections Thursday night. But as you
But when
said,
Davis pulled out at the start, that evened things up a little bit.
well, it did, didn't it? But,
Well, GWS don't have their best 5 players, in essence,
well,
playing today.
I reckon they've got 8 out of their best 22 out, and Collingwood have got 9 of their best 22
This
out.
bloke's
Yeah.
getting on top, and he's found somebody else on Parramatta Road, and it's might be blocked, but it's moving.
So Wiley to shield just over the head of Wilson. Witts stolen back again.
He's
Smith
good.
loves the big sticks and misses.
He's
Got a
good
little
through
too
the middle.
excited.
Yeah, and they're not happy, the tools down there for the Giants. They wanted that one on the chest. It's been a good move from Leon Cameron. Josh Hunt, they had to find somebody else who was going to just provide a bit of strength down there. And they've dragged him into the side, and so far it's working.
They may need to have a look at this matchup with McCaffrey on shore at the moment, because Green versus Swan is simply not working for Collingwood. Green's up to 19 disposals and 4 inside 50s.
It was a strange move from the start, Kingy. I mean, he's sure in these conditions is not going to have a big impact on the game.
Here's the McCaffrey-Shaw battle, and Shaw wins it again.
What he is doing at the present time, he doesn't have to defend.
Who, he's sure?
Yeah, he's not defending. As you see there, he's just reading the ball and intercepting every time, because McCaffrey isn't making himself dangerous.
I'd make that Swan. I'd make it personal between Swan and Shaw in the goal square.
Well, you can see now the Giants have pushed youngster onto the ball.
So Smith to Kelly. Hoskin Elliott should get there. Not quite, although he rakes it in nicely and then did the hard work. Keefe. Jesse White hasn't seen a lot of it. Half a handball. Josh Thomas flicks it out. Broomhead couldn't pick it and go. Wiley lays a
Good job,
tackle
Wiley, on the skipper of
Yes.
Collingwood.
Yep, that's what happens when you get an opportunity, isn't it?
for Solo. Dwyer. Thomas. Williams. Green wraps him up. Just got it out. Thomas scrambles a kick. Bug. Play on not 15.
That's a get it out of here kick.
And it's Webb with a footy. They get a wide side bottom. Keeps it alive
Oh,
to
what
his
sort of
detriment.
handball was that?
Boyd through his legs though. Back to side bottom. Caught by Golds. Flicks it to Ball. Kicks around his body. So Ball now on. They've used their sub Collingwood.
Yeah, it's Clinton Young who is out of the game. Dwayne, he's just gone downstairs. I'll come back to you with what that exact injury is, but both subs have been activated for both teams now, so there's no advantage.
Mumford off the ground. He's on the bench having a rest. There's a big chance now for Collingwood, because Mumford's been near on best on ground and influential at stoppages.
Pendlebury got a kick to the goal square. Taken to the line.
Once
And
again, you
there is
saw it was
Clinton
Heath
Young.
Shaw, not defending, just attacking the ball.
Looks like a left hamstring for Clinton Young, so a couple of hamstrings to John O'Rourke and Clinton Young today. Bad news and a bad way to finish the season for those guys.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they'll play next week with that. Ball back into play. Green crunched. Williams somehow. Ball just on. Witts couldn't do something with it. Side bottom jumps in, ties it up. And is that Ball? He dragged it in. Umpire cuts them some slack. Ball up. GWS have never beaten Collingwood. Huge opportunity here. Taken out of the air by Tomlinson. Broomhead, who can kick a goal.
Ugly kick. He wasn't under that much pressure. Blasted away. Seen that so many times this year.
Kick one in the opening term, Tim Broomhead.
And Boyd hasn't played much in the ruck, and he's looking a bit worse for wear at the moment. It's a major opportunity for Witts to do some damage.
Just outside the 50, keeps it low. Jesse White held it long enough, and he gets to have his moment here.
It's a good grab. He took the front spot. Now the finish only.
One in the opening term, one in the second. Jesse's got two.
Quality effort by Jesse White. Needed it. It was a poor kick coming in, and White took the front spot, controlled it well, and a good finish.
Yeah, good strong grab. Let's have a look at it. He's got the one-on-one down there with Tomlinson. Just parks the big bum in front and sticks his hands out, and that's a better mark than it looks in these conditions. And even more important, went back and kicked the goal. So well done, Jesse White. 2 goals now.
Well, there he is, Jesse White. He'll get his chance in the ruck, but at the moment it is Shane Mumford back in the ruck up against young Grundy.
Smacked as hard as possible. Didn't get a lot of elevation on it. Dwyer, Plowman, caught by Pendlebury, didn't get a kick away. Play on advantage. McCaffer, half volley wasn't quite there for him. Swan goes hard. Shaw nearly took his legs. Swan flicks it back to McCaffer.
Ooh.
Too high by McCaffer. Green to take it.
Not real sure how much experience McCaffer's had in the forward line either. I mean, when you play a tagger and do that, you'd like him to be able to kick a few goals. I really don't know.
No, he's played a bit up there. He played
he?
up there before he got the tagging role. He was given that small forwards role a few times.
He won Collingwood's VFL goal kicking with about 38 goals one year.
Well, therefore, he probably has played a little bit.
He was a small full forward in the TAC Cup final year in the under-18, so he's a natural forward, but he hasn't done it at this level. I agree with what you're saying, and a Pendlebury or a Swan down there is a totally different ball game.
Kicked 8 goals against Werribee once in the VFL as well, so he can get a big number when he's on. But it's a long, long time ago. It's a lifetime ago. Thomas, Pendlebury, Thomas, ducked through Mumford, got one to the ear. Palmer, back to Mumford, is inspired. Smith gets another chance to line them up, goes for the big sticks, keeps it low, all the way home. And doesn't he love it?
There's the enthusiasm.
He would rather kick a goal than win Tats Lotto, Kevin Smith. But I love him as a player. I've mentioned it many times. He comes to play each and every week. But it's Shane Mumford. He is the best handler of the footy at the moment on the ground. He doesn't. He must have big hands. I'm not sure what he's got, but he doesn't fumble. Big Shane.
And a smart kick there too. Did you see how he ran straight at the goals and kicked through it? So if he didn't make the distance, just skid it in the wet.
Well, we are not far from getting into red zone in this quarter. And they may go in, GWS, with a handy lead, knowing that history is theirs for the grabbing. Never, ever beaten the Pies.
And almost reflections right now, deja vu. Their round 1 win against the Swans. When this happened, they grew in confidence with every minute. Thump clear. Collingwood back inside 50. Tomlinson gets there. Little paddle. Dwyer. Side bottom.
Good take.
And good take over the line as well.
I reckon when you see a GWS game within 10 minutes of the first quarter, you can tell whether they're up or down, whether they've got the punch in the legs or whether they're switched on or not, and certainly today they are.
Well, they could finish with a flourish. If they win this, it'll be 2 in a row, and they've got the Bulldogs next week. They could even win that in the back 3. A lot of game left in this, though. Collingwood, so much to play for. They could still have a big finish to 2014 themselves. Make the 8, make an impression in September. Fasolo pushed out of that. White dropped. Green over his head. Not sure about the scissor kick. Goldsack puts it to grass. Josh Thomas slips. They obviously don't make long stops anymore. I know they don't. They make long moulded stops with a lot of players don't like them, and that's a free kick for on the full.
No one's ever liked them, but you've got to wear them. It's responsibility of keeping your feet, Dwayne. So
Thomas puts it to the square. White's there. Witts is there. Hits the deck. Shaw wants to rush this through. He couldn't. Bug got there first. Clever little toe poke. Treloar. Devon Smith down the middle. Oh, the look away. Then the bounce on the slippery turf. Took off Goldsack, lost.
Too clever by half that time, Devon Smith.
Sinclair, gee, looked at the big sticks a long way from home.
Dylan Shear's not happy. It should have been given. You just got to play basic footy. You got a side on the ropes, and now you're giving them an opportunity.
A bit too far out here. Needs to go to the top of the square. No point landing it 2 metres from the goals.
Surely Fasolo knows that. Does he pull his kick slightly?
Needs to make an impact, though. Kick a goal here, Alex Fasolo.
He gets a lot on it, but it won't be enough. Witts flies, and there's the one you mentioned, Root. Worst option.
Yeah, you got to know how far you can kick, don't you? And in the wet conditions, probably a bit beyond him.
Come on, hands out. Come on. Bring it in.
Sure.
Come on. Hands out.
It's wide. Witts, Mumford. Well, it worked in the end.
It did. Might have gone out in the full if he had to let it roll, but
yeah,
he probably wasn't in a position to just let it go. Need to find the sticks here, the Pies. Got to get a couple of players up and about. Maybe Alex Fasolo onto the ball. Rude. Give him an opportunity to show his wares.
Mumford played for that one, didn't get it. Treloar
having a big quarter.
No one to go to. Bangs it forward. A race on. Boyd and Frost. It rolls. It tumbles. Frost can legitimately roll this through if he wants to. Didn't want to. Armstrong, well measured.
Good kick.
And Armstrong's got the overlap. Josh Thomas. Fasolo. Crunch.
Just going back to that kick, Treloar's kick to the goals. That was really well read by Frost. King, you were there. I don't think Boyd was aware of what needed to happen. He's had to take off first.
Exactly right, Jared. He didn't adjust well. They're not turning real well on that forward 50 of GWS today. We've got Hunt, Mumford down there at times and Boydie, but it's not their go. But, gee, it wasn't far off being a magical kick, Jared.
Mumford again, clean hands. Green flicks it back. Armstrong got there. Side bottom stripped of it. Hunting in packs right now, the Giants. Player down behind play for the Giants as well.
Grabbing his knee or his shin.
Yeah, I reckon it's knee, and that's horrible news. We'll keep an eye on that.
He's all right. It's Treloar, isn't it?
Okay. So just shin.
Yeah.
A knock on the knee, I think, boys. I think he's fine.
I wouldn't want to lose him. He has been terrific this term.
And Shield in the hands of trainers as well.
He doesn't look too good.
But that's the kind of contest they've come to play for. Every ball they've made hard for Collingwood so far today.
Straight back.
So Grundy and Mumford go at it again. Flick was nice from Grundy. Fasolo spent that before it earned it. Still a chance to get it out. Raked back into the congestion. Oscar Elliott couldn't get it out.
He's got a boot caught up in the knee area. And he's got to stop.
Bunteen squeezed it out. Wilson. Under it, Golds. Made a contest, Langdon. Hands free. He made it impossible for Ramsey.
Well, that was the dry weather football coming out of them and a little flick over the top. That's okay, but the bloke who you give it to may not have great footing or balance. Looked like a just get it and kick it job there. They're one-on-one forward of the ground. In fact, Hunt's just now dropped back, given that they've got a lead they're trying to protect in this last couple of minutes.
Langdon did well, found some space, but Hunt read it perfectly off the boot.
Back to Hunt, surely, with the left boot.
Tomlinson, Hunt, waxing possessions. Find some space. Oscar Elliott up. Good spoil. Goldsack got it over the line.
They needed to do better than that. They had the 2-on-1 situation, then having to kick it to a contest says that they didn't get the best out of that.
So there'll be a stop here as blood is addressed.
Well, I reckon Bucks has got to just send the message out or challenge them at half-time. The two young ruckmen, Witts and Grundy. They're getting a lesson at the present time from the big man. Here's a nice clearance by Collingwood, but they've got to start running forward and having an impact as well.
Hunt.
I'll tell you what they've got to do, Jared. It's been selective pressure by Collingwood today, and fits and starts when it sort of suited their midfield to engage when they see a possession up for grabs, but it's not the unconditional first thought pack mentality we've seen historically from this club, and in particular the first half of this season.
And McCaffer, one disposal so far for the half too, boys. You've got to question whether that's a win or not. I mean, we know it's not a win.
Shield. I'm with you, I know, but this kid, that was a great flick.
They worked well together. They both knew exactly what each other wanted to do, Shield and Smith, and that's a good grab as well from Keefe.
Yeah, he's been one of their big improvers this year.
Broomhead.
Got the numbers back. Can they hit a target?
Langdon. Jesse White, and doesn't quite get there for the
Good
contest.
take. Oh,
Stolen. Josh Thomas sprays it. Shaw, not sure about the flick. Witt still a chance. Josh Thomas gets another go.
Well
the
done.
shimmy, the second effort.
Oh.
The miss.
did well there, Josh Thomas. Just couldn't quite finish. Would have been handy.
Back into the lineup this week with so many out injured. Drop a couple as well. Long kick into Mumford again. Well measured. Grundy to make that contest. Does well. Got all Sharon there. Knocks it out of play.
Josh Thomas, 18 disposals, so he's leading all Collingwood players. Swan with 15, and Green's had 24 for GWS, and Smith 15.
Marley Williams at the moment running with Dylan Shield, who was the best on ground last week at the MCG. It's something that Shield has done himself in recent times, tagging, and now he's wearing the brunt of it.
Hunt flicked it out. Plowman, hands and knees. Danger, McCaffer.
Just stay on your feet, diving to the ground is going to take you nowhere.
Kelly. Langdon. Stripped of it though by Golds, out of play.
It's a common thing to go to ground under pressure, but you're no good to anyone down there.
Toby Green just a lazy 24 at the present time. 24 to half time, Root.
Got to raise the bat.
Smith caught high by Ramsey.
Got to give this young back six of the Giants credit in this term. It's been 15 inside 50s for Collingwood for 1 goal.
Yeah,
That's an outstanding effort when they've been under fire.
Well, they've had 30 for the half, Kingy. 30 inside 50s for Collingwood for 8 scores now. That's very, very low. On the flip side, GWS 21 inside 50s for 12 scores.
Tomlinson back on.
They've worked this quite well. They're looking now to go inside. We've seen it all afternoon.
Bunting, that Plowman didn't really want it.
The question is whether Collingwood would go with them here, whether they actually want to defend, or they allow that 1, 2, 3 metre lead up that becomes an inside 50 at the end of the chain. That's what's happened too often today.
Kelly.
It's certainly not manic defence by Collingwood, is it? It doesn't look as if they're desperate to be playing in September.
Stewart keeps it low. Langdon. Second grab okay.
Maybe they're cooked. Maybe they're a bit overdone. A lot of injuries. Another hammy today.
It really is bizarre, though, to think that they know that they're a chance to make the 8. There's been some bizarre results across the last month. Anything could happen. Just got to get in the 8. They can get in there tonight and just hope. Have some belief. Witts takes it out of the air. Through Kelly. Williams gets a chance. Manhandled, didn't have it, now got it. Goes back. Broomhead knows where they are. Sets sail. Outstanding. He's got a couple.
Well done by the young Collingwood players this time. Broomhead again on the finish of it. Keefe was involved. And the GWS will go back and watch that passage of play. That's one that should have gone goalwards for them, and yet it was a turnover here. Marley Williams did a really good job getting the ball from Kelly to set it up. And they keep themselves just in touch prior to half-time with a great goal to Broomhead.
Second season for Tim Broomhead. Hit by glandular fever last year. He was a pick 20 for them. And he's also looking like some quality. Pendlebury, handball back is okay. Side bottom.
Good jump from Grundy, Dwayne.
Can they steal another one here? They've got some momentum for Solo. Knocked it to his own advantage. Hunt was right with him. Bunteen, handball half smothered. Green rolls it away. Broomhead again gets there. Hits the square. Jesse White jumped on. No free. Blair, that'll do. Doesn't matter how you get them.
Great response by Collingwood, aided and abetted by the Giants. That ball had to be killed. Toby Green, I don't know what he was doing trying to bring that ball back inside. He had to turn to the boundary, either handball it along the line or just let it trickle over. But in getting a little mongrel 3-metre kick, which got you stap but nothing else, they have given the Pies a massive sniff here. And Nathan Buckley will just say, more of the same, boys. We'll put the 4 points in the pocket.
Some belief starting to grow in the Collingwood camp now.
And back in the centre of the ground, frogs everywhere,
Yep.
including one in Dwayne's throat.
Got rid of it there. Ball knocked down. Green off the side of the boot. That's 2 in a row. Pendlebury crunched. 50 seconds left. Palmer. Sidestep was good. Set it up. Kelly wide. Green. Took on Pendlebury and beat him.
Better.
Short pass is good. And Bug gets a chance. 30 seconds left. Collingwood with the momentum. And they steal it back. Puts it back to the square. Frost got one to the ear. Had to be a free.
They didn't have anybody really going for the ball. Stewart didn't want to be the target. And Frost was the only one who actually attacked. Ball was set up for the Leapers and there was no one doing it. So Collingwood get another chance. Just it'd have to be a mark and another mark.
Hunt takes the mark, so it'll be half-time here at Spotless Stadium. And after they led by 4 kicks, Greater Western Sydney, 21 points a couple of times, Collingwood have hit the last 2 goals of the second term, and the margin cut back to 7 points. A spot in the 8 up for grabs for Collingwood tonight if they win, and they're back in touch.
Toby Green, by the way, absolutely on fire with 27 touches in that opening half. Giants fans, let's make some noise for our footy team leading Collingwood at half-time.
To have any chance.
Well, injuries will come under review, but you do injuries when you're tired, don't you, Jared, or you're pushed into stretch in different positions. There's far too many soft 2 injuries for anyone's liking at Collingwood.
Collingwood season will live and die on what they do in their second half. They win this, their season's alive. They'll be in the 8 tonight. They lose, season over. Wiley gets the clearance. Sinclair, great collision. Golds and Sinclair.
Good attack by both players.
Great
well done
attack.
to Golds, who couldn't see the flight of the ball.
To Wiley, to Hunt. Back to Golds. A bomb inside 50. And Goldsack waits under it.
Now, we didn't talk about the effect that the Swan injury will have, but they're obviously 1 short in the rotations now. That is a significant disadvantage for a half of football.
Shaw gets it across, and McCaffer. McCaffer's now hurt.
What's he grabbing down there? Let's have a look.
Looks like a knee.
So McCaffer hurt.
Grabbing the knee.
This
Right knee, yeah.
is unravelling at a horrible rate for Collingwood. Last week was bad enough. This week is disastrous.
He's in pain, big pain.
Oh, he's just collapsed.
Has he had knee trouble before? It didn't look like Chinnett, did it? Unfortunately.
Take your time.
Oh, this is shocking.
Well, he might have dislocated a kneecap, but if he hasn't, then you would have to fear for the worst.
You can't even put weight on it, Jared, which is...
Nathan Buckley and the coaching staff at Collingwood just would be beside themselves with the injury Succession of injuries that's beset the club in 2 weeks. It's been nothing like it.
There was a black cat at Adelaide Oval last week.
Oh. And that's the reason Collingwood season's alive. Adelaide getting beaten today by North Melbourne, and suddenly season's alive for some teams on the ladder outside of Collingwood and the Adelaide Crows. It's going to be an amazing finish to this year. Grundy gets there. Heads wide. Witts. Frost right with him. Fist from Frost. Back on the crumb first.
Like this game, Roo, he looks a much more composed player than first entered the building.
Bunteen to Plowman.
Boyd.
Got hands to it. Hunt. Nice collect. Looking for a handball option. Smothered by Pendlebury. Both players dived in low. Ball. There's the sub who's now on.
It's interesting from Josh Hunt. He went looking for the inside rather than going onto his left boot.
Well, he can't turn.
Sure. Puts it up high. Devon Smith smelling a goal. Looks up. Tried the push off and dropped it as he was tackled. And
had an opportunity just to knock it over the top there, Devon Smith as well. And there's one of the stories of woe for Collingwood. In fact, 2 stories.
And they've got 3 injuries, Jared. A hamstring to Swan, a hamstring to Young, a knee or a kneecap to McCaffer, and they've got a man on the bench who played 2 games last week in Armstrong, getting some work done to the thighs. It's a sad story for Collingwood.
yeah, especially given they were in the top 4 earlier this season. They were really looking like one of the stronger teams in the competition after round 12. They were 8 wins, 3 losses, and they were surging, but they've lost 7 of their past 9, and they're in danger of losing this and having their season all over tonight. Blair.
But they're also, Dwayne, presented with an opportunity that the Gold Coast were presented with just a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And that is to have an enormous win with nothing on the bench. It was presented to the Crows a couple of weeks ago.
And we spoke about leadership early on. Some blokes are just going to have to dig deep here and pull one up against the odds.
Well, can Fasolo be one of them? He missed a shot from about 2 metres further out in the second term that dropped short. He gets plenty on this one, and it does drop short. Stays in.
No,
it's a behind. Well, Marley Williams believes it's a goal. Will they review it? No?
Come on. Hey, come on.
They've gone the huddle again, Collingwood.
Did that cost them a goal?
Move it on. Play on.
AFL will have goal line technology in at all the finals. That doesn't help Collingwood now to get there. Plowman.
What are they doing in finals?
Goal line technology. Cameras on the posts. Pendlebury just overruns it a little. So decisions like that behind can be double checked.
Sounded a lot better the first time, Dwayne. Goal line technology.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Palmer
Got to be
takes off.
smart here now, the GWS. This is what's hurting them. Their kicks inside forward 50 have been poor, and Collingwood's defence has been pretty good.
Shield wide. Golds. He's never kicked a goal, just beyond his range. There's no one in the square. Sits it up.
Good kick.
Can Boyd get there? Got there. Crunch. Langdon tend to see it across. Okay, let's have a look at it from our cameras. Now it has to get to the back of the padding. The hole of the ball has to be behind the hole of the padding. And that was certainly inconclusive. Dwyer to Witts.
In the back, surely hands, no.
And just luck has run against them, Collingwood. Not just today, but in the last few weeks as Bunteen takes it out. And luck is now running for a few other teams. Richmond to play tomorrow. West Coast still alive now. Pendlebury having a rest.
Well, Pendlebury's right thigh strapped. I don't know if that's been the case all day.
Well, he missed out last week because of the thigh injury, so you can't imagine he was 100% coming in.
Yeah, missed last week, as you mentioned, late withdrawal.
But right now they're hanging tough here, the Pies. They haven't conceded anything. And the GWS aren't playing with anywhere near the same flourish that they did early. Somebody's sliding to ground.
Yeah, they both slid there, although Keefe went a little lower than Boyd and almost took Boyd's legs. Side bottom goes back. Armstrong. Plowman stands under it, and Bunteen puts it to grass. Plowman, little knock on. Bug. Smother off Josh Thomas. Can they pull something out of the fire here, Collingwood? Massive week for them next week if they do get up, Collingwood, because they do have an opportunity
GWS free kick.
to steal a spot in the 8. They'll be in there tonight if they get up here. Next week they've got Hawthorn, who could rest a few heading into the finals if their ladder position doesn't change. They could rest 4, 5, 6 players next week, the Hawks.
Do we know if Collingwood will get any back next week, Dwayne? Or
Plowman. It's doubtful they'll get more. When you look at their injury list and what they've got, all the soft tissue injuries.
Eddie McGuire's a chance to put the boots on next week. Their list is getting that thin.
Eddie?
I think he'd go all right. I think he'd at least play with the passion. Ball takes it across the line.
Might need a few rotations with him, though, I reckon.
I wouldn't recommend midfield.
43-36. This game, in some respects, still very evenly poised. They've come back from 21 down, Collingwood. 7 down now. Dwyer. This keeps it alive. Ball.
Oh, well done.
Blair. Thomas opens it up.
Well
that
played.
could inspire them.
Well played, Pies, and it was great work from Luke Ball. Ball just stayed alive, and they're having a crack at it. Here it is at the bottom of the deck. Little fumble there, not good enough. Kept it alive. Luke Ball could have taken it out as well as Dwyer, and yet they just set it up and had a decent crack at it.
Is that a fair game, Thomas? Great finish. Well done by Ball, and they are right in this game.
Here we go.
1 point in it.
And Penn will be back onto the ground. Question mark about his thigh, but he's back out there.
Captain trying to lead from the front. Back in the middle. Witts in the ruck. Down to Pendlebury. Flicks a handball outside bottom. Scrambles it forward. Collingwood have not led in this game. Right now, they're threatening to take the lead,
Out in the full blown.
despite the fact they've got players going down left, right and centre. Here's their chance. Blair inside 50. Arm slap free. Could have been there. Not paid. Wilson makes it somebody else's problem. Gold's edged under it. Stewart left it behind. Sinclair. So they'll reload Collingwood.
Oh, look out.
Better pressure. Much
Langdon
better
dragged
pressure.
down. Ramsey couldn't do something with it. Big first game for him. Langdon slaps it further. Witts floats it. Now Armstrong, if it sits, can go. He had to wait. Dragged down, didn't have it.
Gee, he was tentative.
Pendlebury lays a strong tackle. He is trying to lead from the front. Hoskin Elliott breaks free. And it'll roll its way to the boundary. We'll get a ball in.
Well, right now, it's a reverse of what we saw. Collingwood are the ones going the hardest at the moment. The GWS just look a bit tentative, a little bit unsure of themselves. They are not attacking with the same endeavour that they did early in the piece. And if they are relying on injuries, they'll suffer a humiliating defeat, because right now they should be favourites.
Boyd wrapped up, good tackle. Treloar back to Boyd, still a slippery ball. Shield can't break free. Dwyer went low.
Come on up. Come on up.
Talk about side bottom in that first half, whether he can step up today. He has early in this third quarter had the 5 disposals, more than anyone else on the ground in the third quarter.
Flicked in the air, Mumford. Armstrong read it well. To side bottom. Kept it alive. No, he didn't. To Witts. And we'll get a ball in.
The Pies have got the extra player Dwyer in defence at the present time. Pretty crowded forward line down there for the Giants.
Grundy thrown out of it by Mumford. Good fist down. Shields. Treloar. Caught. Must have been a handball. Umpire said play on. Back to Shield. Bug. Goal square. Wrestle on. Frost. Stripped of it. Dwyer, the extra man, and just knocked across the boundary by Frost.
Again, it was Treloar. Wouldn't give the instantaneous handball. Wants to think about it.
Yeah, nearly holding the ball, wasn't it?
He's got a player on him now, Treloar, being tagged.
Almost every player on the ground inside the 50. Armstrong pumps it outside the 50. Jesse White's going to have to come and make a contest. Did well. Took him on. Kick smothered, though, just as they looked like they'd be away.
Yeah, Tomlinson, Dwayne, was a great smother.
Solo back to Josh Thomas.
In fact, it was Palmer.
Yeah. Knocked to ground. Wilson. Williams.
And again, he
Big
didn't have to
tackle
pick it up. He just knocked the ball forward.
Still open here for Collingwood. They've got the spare man. Pendlebury looks up and he hits the spare man. Dwyer goes. Short pass. Broomhead. Just the required 15. And this kick is for the lead for the first time today.
Well, if you're sitting at home, Collingwood supporters, and you're throwing your season away, well, don't go away yet, because there's something special happening here for the Pies supporters. They have lifted Collingwood and they are producing.
Well, they look the better side at the moment, and if they kick this in front.
They've come from 21 points down. Broomhead, who's been outstanding since being thrown into the lineup this year for his third, scores a level.
That would have been 4 in a row for Collingwood.
Sure. And now they're unsure, the Giants.
And I think that's the most appropriate word, Wayne. They're second-guessing it again. First half, it was just bang, 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 Kingy.
It'll be interesting to see if Shaw has an impact on the game without McCaffrey out there too.
I think the Pies have lifted, though, Ed. I think their intensity's there. They realise what's at stake here. The scoreboard's starting to tip back to level pegging now. They're coming, make no mistake.
Did you call me Ed?
Ed'll be listening at home, but he's not Ed, Kingy.
Sorry, boy, he'd be listening all right.
Oh, whatever.
You'll get feedback, you bucks.
Shaw rolls it to the boundary. Who's to say we haven't already got a text or two? Ball about to be tossed in here. Scores level. And the excitement continues to build. It's do or die now for Collingwood. Win this, season alive. Lose it, season over.
I think one of the best moves has been locking down on Treloar. Sinclair's doing a pretty good job at the moment.
Mumford.
Say the word.
Treloar tried it slick. Pendlebury having a good quarter. Thomas,
look at the run.
Fantastic hands. Ball bounces like a ball to Fasolo. Dances back. Short pass. Made it tough for Witts, but he was equal to it. Side bottom, hassled. Still good enough.
Well
keeps it alive. Little roller. Williams keeps it alive to his detriment. The shear went low, nearly took the legs. Taken out of play.
Well, Kingy's right. They have stepped it up a notch here, Collingwood. It'll be interesting to see whether GWS now can steady and actually rise to the occasion as well, or will they just get run over here by a Collingwood side that has really come out and having a crack?
They've never beaten Collingwood, Greater Western Sydney. Short throw in. Mumford got there but knocked it down. Thomas. Armstrong squeezed it to the pocket for Solo. He just jumped into Bunteen.
I've been looking to see who's going to lift for the GWS.
Yeah.
They are flat, and they're doing a lot of spectating. Blokes are working when the ball's in their comfort zone, but they're not pushing outside their zone.
Blair. Smith held his ground. Stewart. Smith. Well, is that ball?
That is holding the ball, is it?
It took a long time.
Well, he had his back to him there. Lee Fisher, the umpire, couldn't see, so
they've paid it.
I think they paid on the full in the end.
on the full.
Yeah, he towed the ball over the line late.
No, he didn't. Oh, it bounced on the outside first.
Armstrong, goal square. White's down there. Mumford crushes it over the boundary. But this game has lifted 2 gears this quarter.
Well, I think Mumford needs to get the tonsils working. He needs to give a bit of a serve. Because he's not getting any support from his young men at ground level.
Well, he got there first. Grundy. Kick smothered, and they'll do it again. He's fought on well, Grundy. It's been dropped this year. It's been a little up and down. 14th game of the season after a 7-game debut season last year. He's been nominated for the NAB Rising Star. A lot thought he'd win it. He's fought back today. gets front spot, loses this one. Green rolls it. Smith takes it over.
The one who's rising here is Steele Sidebottom. He's actually trying to will this ball into the forward half, into scoring zones. His impact in this third quarter has been fantastic. There you can see the impact of just today's injuries. That's not counting the ones we've come in with, which is up to 9 to 10. Collingwood Stars out of their best 22. Swannon obviously young with hamstrings, and McCaffrey a knee.
Can they win with half their VFL team here, Collingwood? Ball to the line.
Yeah, half the VFL team and no rotations on the bench. One left. So there's no rest. If you're tired, keep on running.
Wits against Mumford this
Good
time.
tackle, Mumford.
Fantastic tackle on Ramsey. Walking to league footy.
Are they going to follow?
Hunt and Frost, one-on-one. Good trap, Hunt. Played for the free. Didn't get it. Goldsack caught. Flicks it back. Ball through the traffic. Bouncing ball. Kelly attacked it nicely. Green. Boy, do they need that.
Kelly's the star.
Well, good composure there by Green. He wasted a few of his disposals in the first half, but he had 27 on. Here's Collingwood's injuries today. Young went for a goal from outside 50 and pulled his hammy with that kick. He's gone. There's Swan coming off with another hammy. He was gone at half-time with the ice on it. And then McCaffrey didn't look like much in it at all, but he went down with a knee.
In 2012, he did his left knee, Kingy. Rube.
Three big umpires. Three big injuries.
And another knee injury to McCaffrey. We don't know the full extent, but he had a reconstruction after a practice match injury in 2012. But I love the composure of Kelly there to keep the ball in front. He knocked it forward. Toby Green ended up doing the goal kicking work, but it was Kelly's composure and ball control that set it up.
Ball in the middle. Blair lays the tackle. Holds it up. Umpire circling. He'll ball it up.
So you're starting to get a real liking for Kelly there.
Yeah, I like Kelly. I think he's got enormous upside. Obviously, there was a lot of discussion about him and the fact that he was allowed to slip through the keeper to get to the GWS. I think they'll be well rewarded.
Plowman attacks it with Fasolo. Shaw made it a 2-on-1, and he was content to take it over the line. He knew it was out.
He was 4 rows back. He knocked the bloke's pie out of his hands and still thought he'd have a crack.
Can GWS get their momentum back? This will still be the best season in their history. 5 wins so far this year. 2 was their best ever before this. That was in year 1. Thomas to ball.
Good chase.
And it brings them unstuck.
Turnover's got a result in goals.
So Kennedy hands it up. The run comes. Stewart pumps it long. Golds. Langdon. Good fist, Langdon. Takes it to the line.
Well, he had a great opportunity there, Golds. I know it was a good defence. Wasn't sure what he was trying to do with it. Take it on the chest or...
Chest, yeah. Good footy all around though. Good footy. Good, great chase by Smith. Good run from GWS and good defence by Langdon.
He's got a spare at the front and he's got a shot at goal.
And
Palmer.
it's Reece Palmer and he drives it through. 2 in a row, GWS.
Well,
that was sloppy.
Bucks in the midfield, coach up in the box will be filthy with that. Reece Palmer, we know he's a goal kicker. We've highlighted that all day. They would have known about it at the start. He's standing right at the front with no one near him, and no one's even doing anything about it. There was one rushing through from the back. I reckon it might have been Sidebottom trying to get in late to get to him, but the damage was done there. He couldn't get to him, and it was a really, really good snap by Reece Palmer.
Well, everybody had their hands in the air saying, who the hell's on Palmer?
Here, someone comes running through over here. Who's that? Luke Ball.
You got Pendlebury, the skipper, putting his hands up in the air saying, what the hell happened there? Or words to that effect.
Wits, half clearing kick, Sinclair, grabbed by Palmer. Umpire calls him to go. Ramsey content to see it out with Smith.
Just in Luke Ball's defence, he was tackled right as he exited that last stoppage at centre-half forward. We saw him try and get that kick going forward. He was taken to ground. He took some time to get up, so he was late getting to that stoppage. Just trying to help a digger out. He's hopefully not in his last couple of games of AFL football. There is an excuse there for him.
He'll appreciate that, Kingy, because I think he does want to play next year. Ramsey can't scoop it up. Palmer. Golds. Kelly. Drop kick.
And drop.
For Solo.
Will he play again next year, Luke Ball? Jared, have you got an opinion? Or
I would suspect not, Kingy. I think Collingwood have set their line for the next few years. They've dropped some senior players. I think if you follow that, consistency says he's in a bit of strife, but
great role model to have around the club,
no
though.
doubt about that.
Last 24 hours might have changed that, Jared. They've had Scharenberg go down with an ACL, so there's 12 months obviously there with the gun midfielder coming through.
McCaffer.
There's a few question marks. McCaffer today, we're not sure the severity of that, and we hope it's not the 12-monther, but if it is to be that way, then Ball may extend by one more year.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. And just on Ball, it may not have been him. Right now, Marley Williams is on him at that last stoppage, so who knows who was responsible.
Kelly. Treloar. Ducked into it, the umpire said. Palmer. Gang tackled. And you sense Collingwood do want to steal this and keep their season alive.
And it's a good call from the umpire because he did duck. Well played, umpire.
Players have just got to get that out of their game, don't they? We're seeing it more and more. I don't know why they're doing it. Is it a technique problem they're learning from a young age, or that rule change a couple of years ago? But they've got to get it out of the system.
Smith just dropped that, knew he'd be tackled. Wiley put his head down, hoping for a high as well.
Wiley.
Palmer again.
Oh, no.
It's a floater.
And hits the post.
It moved. It moved metres in the air.
Bit of in-swing, bit of out-swing.
Bit of everything. So let's see if the Giants can defend.
Gee, not 15. That went twice the distance of the square. Pendlebury down the middle. It might work for them.
It's a good exit from the Pies.
Sinclair.
And Pendlebury's just kept running, so somebody's given up the ghost. I think Wiley might need a bit of a change.
He's cooked.
He is looking for some oxygen.
Grundy. Fake for Pendlebury. Williams from outside 50. Gets plenty on it. That's out of here.
It's got to be a goal.
Will they go for the review? All about what the initial call is here.
I believe it's touched. I just like to check to make sure.
The belief is that it's touched.
Down ramp, I think it's a goal.
Okay, umpire's call can be a goal.
Score review. Umpire's call is a goal. Could you please check to see if the ball was touched before across the goal? Review underway. Thank you. Correct, Thomas. Yeah, so the call's a goal.
So the goal umpire overruled. She was in a good position too.
The goal umpire said it was
touched.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she was overruled.
Yeah.
Review completed. Umpire's call. Umpire's call. All clear.
Gee. There's a break Collingwood needed.
Well, that's
interesting call, isn't it?
It's an incredible run of events, that particular one. Well done to Collingwood. They got the goal they desperately needed. But you just got to query how you can make that call from 3 metres away. And that's a great job by the goal review system and the boundary umpires coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about 3 balls over the line. Hard to call a behind on that one.
And good work by the goal umpire. His head right up against the point post to get the right angle.
Back in the middle.
Good response by Collingwood.
Yep.
7 points the margin. Wiley jumped into the tackle. Got a kick away.
Surprised to see Wiley still out there, given that he couldn't go a yard with Pendlebury, and yet he's still in the middle. He needs to be changed and interchanged because it did cost them that goal. His inability to keep running.
Yeah, maybe he's got a bit of a funny running style too, Jared. They both kicked 2-2 in this quarter now, but the sides.
Treloar. Big smothered. Witts. Blair. Caught by the leg.
Should have been a free there.
Yeah. Thomas, slippery ball.
He's played a game, Josh Thomas.
He's back into the lineup this week.
Getting a bit of stretching the calf a little bit there.
Your Pendlebury playing as a high forward at the present time. He's sitting off there at essentially centre wing.
Mumford.
Oh, good pass.
That's amazing ruck work.
To Palmer.
It's also
to Hunt.
amazingly poor stoppage work. When Palmer's taken that front spot 3 times this quarter.
And no need to tell you Hunt's within range.
Tough for a left footer, but it's very gettable.
Well, if you want to put a package together and send it over to the NFL, this is a good start. Knock this one through. Might just add a 0 to your potential contract.
Been in and out this year. From 50, this would be huge. Gets plenty on it. Across the face.
Well, they executed really well last kick out. They went short to Pendlebury. This time they're going long.
To Goldsack. To Grundy.
He's had a pretty fair quarter, Palmer. Reece Palmer is continuing his excellent season. Not sure about the best and fairest results this year for the GWS. You'd expect Callum Ward would have to be close, have to be a real chance for All-Australian inclusion as well.
I think Treloar will go close in the BNF, Jared.
I think Palmer's going to have his best finish in a BNF for a long time.
Play on advantage. Kelly looked up. Didn't know if he's going to be allowed to go or not. Palmer under the pump to Bug. Inside. Just overcooked it to Green. Still a chance though. Ball overran it. Green to the square. Through legs.
And he's getting a fair serve, Toby Green, from his teammate, because he just should have handballed the ball.
Williams raked that in.
Good take.
There's Wilson giving him the serve, and Wilson, as we know, can kick.
Wits. Hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Boyd couldn't do something with it. Side bottom to Broomhead. Opens up for Collingwood now. Shaw.
It's only his 3rd touch for the quarter, Heath Shaw, so he's off the chain, but hasn't had an impact yet with McCaffer being injured.
Only been 8 inside 50s though, so he's playing his role. And there's a torp.
Green. Hoskin, Elliott and Langdon. Good fist. Langdon, who's also back in this week, takes it to the line.
That's a big hoof from Toby Green.
Always feel, lads, like the team that's prepared to run, the teams that take the biggest risks will win this game. And you just feel like Collingwood are mounting a charge.
Here's a guide to the best and fairest. Callum Ward's got the most coaches' votes. He's a genuine chance for All-Australian. Treloar, as you said, right on his heels.
Bug tucked up against the boundary. And jumped on. Have a shot at goal.
Well, can he kick the miracle goal?
Can't argue with that.
Drop punt or boomerang from here.
He's going drop punt by the looks. Gee, he didn't hit it well. Across the face, maybe that's what he intended. And it's a ball in.
Stevie J. Curve ball.
Where would the big mummy try and bring this one? To the boundary or over the back?
He's hit it to the front pretty successfully for the last bit.
There it is. Straight down. Treloar. Across the face. Mummy will get another chance.
It's 10 for the quarter for Treloar.
It's a good job, given that he's had a hard tag.
A few teams watching this result with interest. Richmond, obviously. West Coast. Adelaide, who lost today. Going to be displaced in the 8 by somebody. Flick down. Unless everyone loses. Little flick down further on. Armstrong couldn't get there, but he lays a tackle on Kelly. Dragged him down well. Stewart. Well, he dropped that in the end. Sinclair flicks it up. Umpires have put the whistle away for a second here. Knocked down to Palmer. Ball has a little slip. Williams dragged down. Kelly pounces. Fantastic smother Blair.
Give it to Hunt. He's got the hoof.
Back to the top of the square. Hits a good spot.
Hoskin Elliott
has the leap. Left it behind. Handball smothered. Still alive here for GWS.
Oh.
Hard attack from players from both teams. Hoskin Elliott.
He's only wiry, isn't he? But gee, does he crack in.
It's a good smother too by...
Have a look at him come through here. Bang. And once again, head down. Very dangerous if someone's coming from the other direction.
Okay, Sinclair. It opens up for him. He's got Jesse White. He doesn't go for White. He went for the low ball to Witts. Frost. Shaw. Inside the last minute. Armstrong won't get there.
Just got no speed across half forward. It's something they need to address at three-quarter time. They need to play with pace. It may be Goldsack that they need to throw forward. Someone who can create and get on the end of that loose ball.
GWS with a few out as well. Jeremy Cameron there. Phil Davis late withdrawal. John Patton, Callum Ward, Curtly Hampton, Kristen Jacks, Tom Scully all not playing. Smith. Bug.
Well played, Bug.
Golds. One last chance for GWS perhaps. Off hands, Hoskin Elliott. Floats it, rolls it, pummels it.
All those round ball sports miss out on the agony and the ecstasy of the mongrel bounce of the Sharon.
Jeremy Cameron, they went up on the big screen. I'm not sure if they thought it was Kiss Cam or not, which does ring around AFL grounds these days. Normally at halftime, though, not during the quarter. Bug flicks it up.
Good hands.
10 seconds left. Shield. Plowman. And time should beat them here.
Gee, what about that kick?
Time might actually save them to end the quarter. Three-quarter time. Collingwood season on the brink. They win today, they're in the 8. They lose today, their season done and dusted. And at three-quarter time, they trail by 10 points, and there's some spice in this. Treloar with some words. Side bottom, umpire sorts them out. Wouldn't be going far. Massive last term coming up.
It's another level of achievement for the local team.
Collingwood come out firing at the start of the third quarter. Can they do it again? GWS were all over them for most of that quarter, but just couldn't put them away on the scoreboard.
They dominated clearances, they dominated contested possessions, dominated inside 50s, as you say, Roo. It was 2-2 to 2-5.
Quick kick to half forward ball. Experience trying to fire them. White on the run. Hands to it, couldn't get the second grab. Plowman, little slip. Trouble. Williams looks up. Takes them on. Goal square. Flick back. Bunting got it through.
Not sure about that hook back over the top. Saw he sure try and do one. He missed the whole lot. And then Bunting trying to do it. And you're just, I think, better off keeping the ball in front of your eyes.
Yeah, that three-quarter time would have been good for Collingwood with basically no rotations for the whole quarter. Everyone have a good breather. If they're going to show something, Collingwood, you'd expect it to be at the start of the quarter. And on the flip side, GWS really should be able to run out this quarter better with the rotations.
Well, you suspect that Pendlebury's going to have to lift them up across the line. He's got Wiley running with him.
Shield.
Good hands.
Smith. Bug. Langdon waits under it, got it.
He had a couple of players shorter than that.
Takes some time.
It's been one of the finds of the year, Kingy. Langdon.
He certainly has, Jared. He's the logical replacement for Nick Maxwell. Tapered off his form in the second half of the year, but his first 10 weeks were outstanding.
Yeah, I think when you dominate like he did for a while, the opposition started picking him up a bit, didn't they?
Yeah,
ball.
Decision. Didn't attempt to get rid of that ball.
Hoskin Elliott didn't know it was his. Langdon, first season in the competition, of course, so it is tough to play a full 22-week season when you're young. Big floating goal sack, hands it off to Ball. Just behind the first game of Ramsey.
Sinclair's there.
Does to Sinclair. Over to Blair. He's got Josh Thomas short. Sidestep, sees him, hits him.
Well played, Collingwood. That is great rebound and good running, hard running, courageous running, because make no mistake about it, the fatigue is setting in, and Leon Cameron knows there's two poor kicks, two from Hoskin Elliott, in fact, that came inside and have given the Pies a chance to rebound.
Gee, Josh Thomas has been fantastic. I don't know if I've seen him play a better game than this, but he's been stretching that calf for a full quarter now, and he's still got 30 minutes of hard running to go.
And this is huge for momentum. He slots it. Here they come.
Bit riding on this, boys, and fantastic footy by Collingwood there. The experienced players getting involved. Couple of good gives. Blair found Thomas on the inside. Got around Palmer, and Hoskin Elliott just couldn't keep up with Josh Thomas, who's really worked incredibly hard. He's had 27 disposals. He's kicked 2 goals. He's a very important, perhaps the most important player on the ground so far today.
Well, this would be a monumental story. Came into this game without Beams, Cloak, Brown, Elliott, Lumumba, Reid and Tooby, Collingwood. They've lost McCaffrey today. They've lost Swan today. They've lost Young today. They've got hardly any rotations left, and they're fighting from 21 points down to keep their season alive. They've not led today at all, Collingwood. They get their chance here. Thomas. Williams bangs it forward. Jesse White comes at it.
They need a big one from Jesse. He's got the wheels. He's got to use them. He's a bit stiff there because ball went to ground.
Wiley to Frost.
Speaking of wheels.
Oh!
Hey, take the game on, all right.
Broomhead knocks it down. Devon Smith lays the tackle. Plowman. Keefe hits the deck. Stewart couldn't keep it in there. He wanted to.
It's gone up a notch.
Absolutely. GWS want to finish this season strongly. Treloar.
It's got Boyd long.
Thought about going all the way. Goes to Green. Corralled by Armstrong. He rolls it to the line. Boyd bumped out of it brilliantly by Goldsack.
It's a pretty smart kick from Green, but I don't think Boyd understood how much pressure he was under.
Well, you know what Devon Smith wants to do? Go all the way home. Hands it up instead. Stewart turns. Kicks his. Against the team that could have had him.
Got the backside of the post. It almost looked like it was through, didn't it?
Well, it's a great move. He dummied the handball and then launched on the left. And Leon Cameron
said far out.
Well, said all sorts of things.
That would have felt good for James Stewart. Never kicked an AFL goal. And that would have been a massive moment to get his first.
Gee, the mummy's been good.
He's been
39 hit-outs to a three-quarter time. 39 out of 40 for GWS. Collingwood had 29 at the same time.
Williams.
That's what he does, though. He follows up his work.
Yeah, gee, they're valuable ruckmen who create an impact, a physical presence on the ground as well.
Palmer dropped it. Free kick, Collingwood.
Well, Green did the right thing, instant hands. Palmer did the wrong thing, slippery surface, short stops, trying to go round players. Great kick up the guts.
The ball to Pendlebury, the captain. There's no one in the square. He puts it long. Blair, wide, bang! They collided.
That is unbelievable. Tomlinson has bobbed up with it. Clearly it wasn't a mark.
Tomlinson wide, Kelly.
How did Tomlinson end up with that football?
I don't know. I do not know how. Someone even didn't get hurt, Jared, because they're coming from all angles, all watching the ball, and it just ended up in his hands.
Mark of the year. Back into play here.
Good courage by all.
Grundy from behind.
Good tap.
Ball rolls it. Bunteen just out of his reach.
Got to be cool.
Plowman, danger, could rush it. Doesn't.
Oh, no.
Broomhead. Just not clear. Collingwood threatening. Dragged down. Superb tackle on the full.
Oh, what?
Well, it was brilliant play.
Just been watching Luke Ball, Roo, and he is working himself into the ground. He's the one player to me who looks like not only winning a clearance but getting forward. And the GWS Giants midfielders are allowing him some scope.
Well, he's a leader, isn't he? He's a warrior, Luke Ball, and he'd love this situation. He'd love the opportunity to win the game for him.
Side bottom.
Gee, that's actually helped him. Good defence there by the Giants. Love Kennedy's work back at the other end of the ground.
Goldsack.
Come on.
Ramsey, he can go.
Look out.
Spears it toward Ball.
Oh.
Got there.
Great
And
mark.
has he got the kick in him? Can he get the range?
Don't think so. I reckon he'll struggle from there, won't he, Jared?
Yeah, I think you're right. Kennedy's got this shoulder problem from the last tackle a couple of minutes ago. He's still on the ground.
He kicks this, Jared.
He's going to lob this one through.
He might.
I reckon he need a torp.
This is for the lead for the first time today.
Find something, Lukey.
He's come on as the sub, the 30-year-old. He wants to play next year. It's a wobbler. The square wide. Off hands.
Well, inside 50s in this term are 2 to 6. They've had one genuine chance at a shot at goal, GWS, and at the moment, if they think they're just going to hang on and let the rotation problem sort it out, they will end up having a very disappointing collective 21st tonight.
Shield. Tomlinson.
This is all good. It's all holding the ball, but they've got to attack. They're going to have to kick goals to win this.
So many different connotations for the 8. Hang on this game. For Richmond, for the West Coast, for Adelaide. High kick, half forward, big pack rises. And of course for Collingwood, who can keep their season alive. With Hawthorn next week, they can be in the 8 tonight. They could be knocked out of the 8 by Richmond tomorrow, who play the Saints. But you've got to be alive tonight to be a chance of making the 8. That's all that matters for Collingwood. Back into play. Grundy slaps it down. Sinclair takes Shield to the line. Let's have a look at the live ladder. This is with Collingwood behind. But if Collingwood win, they'll move to 44 points and take Adelaide's spot in the 8. And that'll be over to Richmond, who have the better percentage to knock Collingwood out tomorrow. Back into play. Collingwood have Hawthorn next week, but Hawthorn could rest 4 or 5 if their ladder position cannot change.
It's Callum Ward up with Phil Davis.
Still getting massage.
Yeah.
Oh, he did well there, young Wiley, to knock Pendlebury off the ball.
Got one to the ear as well. Little nudge Palmer. Desperation from both teams. Broomhead for Solo. Goal square. Goes long. And he misses
Everything.
on the full.
Leon Cameron's got to get the message out there. They've got to take the game on still, don't they, GWS?
Yep.
They haven't had experience. They haven't had this opportunity where they've had to be in front for a long part of the game and still hang on.
Golds. Caught.
They've got to make an attempt.
The other factor is that Collingwood are down to one single rotation. Luke Ball's that man at the moment. He's had his last break for the game. He's ready to come back on. So the more oxygen and heat they take out of this game, the more it suits Collingwood.
That's right. Yeah, they're going to play fast attacking footy, run them around, make them chase them.
Well, Ball up and about. He's ready to get on. He's in the starter's hands. He's in the interchange gate.
Free kick. Push out. Collingwood. And Witts has a chance.
GWS are going to get numbers back in the goal square. There's only 2-on-2 back there at the moment.
No one on the mark. He goes long. Wide. Oh, he had a piece of it. Palmer had a piece of it. Hits the deck. Broomhead. Kick smothered. Bunteen. Nice roller from Shaw. Hunt could take it out. He's got 3 Magpies around him. On a nice edge. Not just this game, the Collingwood season. And get up from here, it would be against the odds. Grundy. Wiley.
Well done.
Frost. Couldn't complete the deal, Keefe. I mentioned Collingwood's opponent next week. Greater Western Sydney have the Dogs the next week. They could finish with 3 wins in a row.
Grundy's lifted this quarter too, boys. Hit out to 7-2. Grundy's got 5.
Little fumble, Pendlebury. Hard tackle laid. Wits. Langdon.
Mummy's hurt
He
to
sure
Williams.
is the expert of hitting the hole. Can he hit a target? He does.
Green.
It just look as if they're just conserving themselves here. The Giants, they're running down time. This will be a smart kick going down the line, but
Marley Williams looks a little hurt. Good float in. That's his forte, Hoskin Elliott.
Palmer 1 out.
So Palmer long, 1-on-1. Thomas, Palmer, just getting back. Thomas couldn't quite. Still alive. Collingwood getting numbers back. Kelly on the fall.
There's Marley still holding his shot. Have a look at this for a tackle. We spoke about this before. Look at this. Whack. Lucky his head didn't hit the ground. Otherwise, he could have been like the 2 boys last night.
Collingwood out here on the overlap, although that kick not so good.
And they got no spare because that was Heath Shaw doing the bumping.
Shield takes it out. 60-57. September or bust for Collingwood. It hinges on this.
They're all in.
Absolutely. All the chips into the middle of the table now. Ball squeezes it clear. Oh, it's got to be a free in the back, surely. Jumped on Josh Thomas.
They've stopped running.
Langdon.
Stop running, the orange people. Collingwood are doing more running and they've got less rotations.
And that's a cut off. Oh, just through hands. Blair, Kennedy. Kennedy goes to ground. Shaw content to take it over.
He likes going to ground, Kennedy. And we see Thomas. He has had cramp. Fair dinkum for a quarter and a half.
It'll be a huge victory. They may not make the 8, they may not win finals, but if they can get up here, Collingwood, it would be one of their great victories under Nathan Buckley.
Well, it would be worth so much for the experience too, Jared.
No one's ahead of Hunt. Now the run comes. Nice dodge. Goes short. James Stewart.
That was classic from Hunt. That was brilliant. Experienced football.
And old Goldsack fell for the dummy because Hunt's got
the left foot.
No right foot, really.
Well, James Stewart's never kicked an AFL goal.
He was close in that last quarter, or early in this quarter, hit the back of the post.
Just his 3rd game of AFL footy.
Well, Witts is working his way down to the goal line, but at the moment, none of the Giants think he's going to let it fall short.
That's what he has ahead of him. It's coming back. It's coming. Post again.
Same height too. Gee.
Who's writing this script? This is amazing. Collingwood, after their horror injury run last week, same this week, and yet they're still alive. Broomhead flies. Shield, good strength.
Yeah. Smart kick too. Didn't know where it was going, so he took a conservative.
Hoskin Elliott.
And this bloke could kick it.
Yeah, he's half a chance there, Jared. Not an easy kick, but
He's
a very tough kick where the umpires put him.
That's true. He is the gifted one, though, of this forward line.
Got a pat on the back from the bloke in the first row.
Jeez, the umpire has made it tough. Got to be careful on the rebound here now, the Giants. They need to cover that other side of the ground.
Oh,
Gee, it looks good. Oh, that is gold class.
I'll tell you what, boys, right now with that kick, that could split the game open. GWS could run away with it here, or who knows, Collingwood might be able to find something extra. They've found so much already today, but have a look at... Well done by Dylan Shield here. He was fantastic, and as you said, a smart kick. Great grab here.
There's the gifted one, though. gifted in the air, and that was a great goal. Off the boot. It was never going to miss. Classic kick. And Bucks will now know what was difficult is now going to need some sort of footballing miracle.
2 goals in 8 minutes. That's what they need. Side bottom going nowhere.
Yeah, plenty of time. But as we said earlier, as the quarter goes on, you think that has to favour GWS in terms of effort in the legs, but the experience will favour Collingwood.
Can they get their first win in the club's history against Collingwood? Go back-to-back with wins for the first time in club history. Free kick. It's coming back.
I don't know what for.
It's downfield 2.5 metres.
Okay. Jack Ramsey.
Which was a bit dumb because they had possession of the ball, the Giants. Got the numbers. He's sure in front.
Oh, Witts has still stolen it. Oh, he handed it off. Williams wasn't ready. Oh, he's going to get it again.
No, he can't.
Umpire thought about it.
But down the ground, umpire saw it.
Oh, good work, the overall.
Yep.
I like when they do that, when they get it right. Just missed it, Heath.
Dwyer short here for Collingwood. He's on his own. Hoskin Elliott did well there to push up next to him.
Oh. Pendlebury, brilliant. Blair. Sinclair, he can kick a long ball, and just squeezed it in. Collingwood alive.
You have to take your hat off to them, don't you? Because they just kept coming. They've kept finding. Let's have a look at Pendlebury. Let's have a look at him here. Just smooth, sums it up, keeps going just in case, but they bring it to the centre. And his leg speed and agility is fantastic.
Well, they took Mumford off for 30 seconds too long. Boyd had no idea in that ruck contest. Cost him a goal.
Sheeds are still barracking.
Giants chant rings around Spotless Stadium. Still in front.
Well done to Green.
Clearance from Green. Armstrong pushed out. Umpire said play on. Langdon went in hard. Holds it in. Umpire circling. Gone.
Go to ground and you really risk it.
Well, that's fair enough too.
Yeah, was holding the ball.
When you're stopping up the play, you're turning it into a maul. Get it out.
Pendlebury. Grundy on the wing, edged out of it. Mumford. Grundy got a free for a push.
And I love Luke Ball at full forward. He's going to full forward against Heath Shaw. I've got no doubt he'll get an opportunity shortly for a good one-on-one.
You've been calling that all day, Kingy.
He's been sneaking forward.
You've got the numbers here.
Good fight in Mark Bunteen.
Still, they got to try and kick a goal. You'd think GWS would have to kick another goal if they're going to win, Jared.
Yeah, I'm with you. And Green has just lobbed short, but that's a pretty average kick that found its mark.
Toby Green, he's had his 40th disposal. This will be 41 now. Kicked the goal.
Sits it up. Frost comes hard. Goes the fist and not the mark.
He's been solid, hasn't he, Frost? Very good.
Well, we've got Devon Smith back on the ground. I think at the moments like this, whilst you've got an advantage in rotations, I would be just keeping your genuine goal kickers on the ground. Notice Hunt's off the ground. I think that's needs rectifying as well. Get your experience out there. Grundy no overhead marks at the moment. Boyd be the one off the ground for mine and get Hunt back on there.
And another boundary throw in here, but there's the inside 50s for the quarter. GWS 5, Collingwood 11. They're the ones coming.
And Green has got to pay Pendlebury respect here. Don't go ball chasing, just watch him.
Toe off the deck for Solo. Arms free, didn't hit his boot with the attempted kick. Smith, the shrug. just gets a handball away. Green, little fumble, caught a little high. Umpires put the whistle away. Grundy sidestep, gave it to Ramsey, rolls it to half forward. Kennedy gets back, got there. Shield, look out, Bunteen! Just got a handball. Josh Thomas, Collingwood lead for the first time today.
As he played a game, and now his hammies cramping. He's kicked 3 goals, he's had 29 touches, and he didn't have much time to compose himself here. Great pressure by Collingwood. They have rallied. Top kick, good goal, they hit the front.
Couple of defensive errors by the Giants, but courage by Collingwood. Courage by Collingwood. Cameron can't believe it. They're back in the 8, Dwayne.
Oh.
They're in front. They're back in the 8 with 19 fit men against 21 fit men.
Not a massive crowd in, but boy, are they on the edge of their seats now. Collingwood back from the dead. Palmer bangs it long. Boyd from behind hits the deck. Keefe went off the deck, missed it. Mad scramble. Collingwood getting players back. Side bottom. Pendlebury dives in, slides in. Langdon slides in. Every possession desperate, worth double now. Tackle late on Pendlebury.
Great tackle. Good play by all players there. Those that are keeping their feet are the ones doing the damage.
Palm down. Grundy jumped on it. Five minutes left. They've led for the entire game, the Giants, until now. Can they steal it back? Palmer left it behind. Blair. There's a Collingwood chant ringing around Spotless Stadium. Still the scramble. 20 players around it. Umpire circling. Gee, it takes some time. It comes clear. High bomb. Boyd! Got it!
Oh, Boyd didn't pay it.
Well, he brought it to ground. He's made the contest. He's got to get back and grab the next opportunity. That was nigh on impossible.
That's why he didn't pay it.
It's a nail biter. Collingwood's season was on the brink of disaster. Side bottom dragged down, hard dumping tackle. Sinclair, Mumford slips it out to Broomhead.
I'd love to have him out in the ground, but he, like the rest of us, spectating and observing an incredible struggle with 4 and a bit minutes to go.
Suddenly it feels like there's 30,000 here. They're all roaring. And this will bring people to the football here in Western Sydney. The biggest franchise in the game. Collingwood have come to town. Can they steal the win? Mumford, Witts.
See who's sure up on the ball. Luke Ball going with them.
Ball's over it. Got it out. Side bottom. Ramsey. Broomhead. Tomlinson and White. Tie up. Tomlinson did well. Knocked it down. Bunteen. Sidestep. Superb. Hicks above it.
Cute. You got to play straight footy.
Oh, look at that for a handball under pressure.
Oh, bang! Roadblock. Sinclair ran into a brick wall. Shield held up. 3.5 minutes left. Umpire lets it roll. Kennedy. Danger. Wiley needs to mark it.
Good hands.
Just composure here now. They're going to find the players.
Inside Pendlebury.
Knew it was coming, Pendlebury.
Free kick. Wilson hurt.
Read it well.
Armstrong. Langdon.
Will the experience be too much for GWS here? Gee, this has been enormous.
They've got half a team available, Collingwood.
They look fresh all of a sudden, Collingwood.
Well, their season's alive. They've got everything to play for. Ramsey, 50. It's unravelling for GWS now.
Well, Ramsey's had a big last quarter, boys. This will be his 7th disposal for the quarter.
Just his 2nd year on the list. Took a long time to get his first game. He'll remember this one. He's going to bang it to the square. Grundy's there. White's there. They're up. Flick to the boundary.
Not a bad result for the Pies.
So they're going to have to do everything right, GWS, from here. Collingwood are in the box seat now to win the game. Just can't give away a free kick here, GWS.
4 ruckmen go at it. Sinclair had it, lost it, got it again, then lost it again. Still alive. Treloar. Kennedy gave it up to Bunteen. Pendlebury, not clear. Down to Witts. Couldn't thread it through. Kelly. Open space ahead for GWS. Treloar. It'll be coming back. Kelly. Dwyer. Frost for the Shepherd. If he hits a target, it might be enough.
Yep.
Side bottom.
Unbelievable.
Well, it was hard turnover football. There was no one forward of the ball. That's the problem. You stick everybody back. You get a mongrel kick out of there, it's going to come back.
This is one of the gutsiest wins I've seen for a long time.
Yeah, it's been an incredible result. They've got to get across the line yet. And the last thing they need to do here is kick a point because it gives the ball straight back. This has to go through. It's a roll of the dice.
I'd have my money on side bottom.
Yep.
For an 8-point margin. They've been all hard, Collingwood.
Who knows what's going to happen for the rest of the year, Jared, but a win like this for a young bunch like this, you just can't buy it. Only experience replicates it. So this is gold for Nathan Buckley, even though they've got the injuries and it's not going to help them next week or the rest of the year. They'll remember it and they'll draw on it for years to come. And Sidebottom's played an important role. Hasn't had a massive last quarter, but had a big third quarter and kicked the big goal.
Swan, MacArthur, Young, all injured today. They came in without Beams, without Cloak, Brown, Elliott, Lumumba, Reid, Tuvey. And yet their season right now is alive. They're nearly there.
Grundy lifted too.
Wilson hands it out. GWS have had no answer. Buck. Devon Smith. Josh Hart forward. And a big grab to cold sack.
Seems some courageous wins this year, Kingy, but this one just about tops the lot.
This is brave. This is brave. Whenever you lose soldiers on the bench so early in games and big injuries in hamstrings and knees, it can sap your energy. But the emotion attached to this one will be big, Jared. They just had to stay alive in this game and they found a way.
Frost. He can hold it up if he wants to. And he takes off on Big Mummy. Took them on.
His brother did the same thing the other end.
And got a free.
Oh, he got a free kick fortunately.
Massive win.
Pendlebury flicks it wide. Langdon, bouncing ball. Puts it back to Jesse White. Siren's about to sound. White off hands. Collingwood are back inside the 8. Their season back from the grave.
And for those 4 points, it elevates Collingwood into the 8. Of course, there's other clubs who can jump in front of them if they win, namely Richmond this weekend. But they are still in the hunt, Roo.
They are in the hunt. Look.